Hey YouTube, it's Hannah Loba. If you want more MotoAmerica content, check out the new and vastly improved MotoAmerica Live Plus app. It's the only place you can catch all the race action in one place all season long. Click the link in the description below.
This is our starting grid. Loris Baz on pole, first time this season with Cam Peterson, Josh Herrin on your front row.
And then you got Bobby Fong, Gagne, and Xavi Forés, only half-second back on that Suzuki. Really nice work by Xavi on that team. SDK is in 7th, Cam Beaubier. Hayden Gillum, he could be a problem in this race because he's so fast on that stock 1000. Posh Beach and Ashton Yates. Ashton, I know, is on reins. Nolan Lampgood, Richard Kerr, he'll probably be pretty comfortable in these conditions coming from Ireland there.
True.
Ezra Beaubier, Bryce Prince, Danilo Lewis, and Max Flinders. And a little bit further back behind them is going to be Benjamin Smith, Dion Campbell, and Andrew Lee. These are some of our stock 1000 guys. And we have some locals here, Greg. Kevin Pinkstaff, first of those. JC Camacho and Sierra Arango, and then Brian Pinkstaff as well is here. Bobby Davis, John Knowles, and Manny Segura.
A little light rain, not much to sprinkle. Either way, we're going racing. It's Steel Commander Superbike race number 1. Slicks versus full rain tires here at Ridge Motorsports Park. And away we go to the chicane. Oh, hold your breath for this one. Cameron Peterson on those rain tires, gonna lead the way. It looks like everyone getting through.
But look at it, there's the slicks already. Baz is gonna try to get himself up in the front. You can see over here it's a little bit wetter, can't you? It definitely is a little wet over in this turn 1 area. Who's that off in the grass? Is that Brandon Posh off in the grass, Greg? Yeah, it looks like it is. He's going to go through the gravel, get that bike slowed. He's out motocrossing, so now you can see he's on wets.
Yeah, he's
on wets, but see, this is where Cam Peterson's got to take advantage of where it is wet, try to get away. And you can see the rain is coming down pretty decent right there in our screen there. You can really see the rain up against the green of the trees.
Well, you got to give it to Baz, man. I mean, he is just the first rider on these slicks doing great work. Although the number 1 plate got around him. So Jake Gagne moves into 2nd place.
And you've got to think for Jake Gagne with some of the issues that he has had with his arms, even for Cam Beaubier. I know Cam's running injured, and you can see him go through there on the screen, probably back in 9th, 10th place somewhere. But if you've got injuries or you got issues, who's just going around the outside of everybody? Max Flinders, of course.
Of course.
Going around the outside of Kerr, trying to get around the outside of Bobby Fong.
Flinders conditions. This is going to hurt Fong. It could. But he's got to just keep it upright. This is one of those. Oh,
look at Richard Kerr. He's up there on that stock 1000 bike behind Herrin now with Ashton Yates. We know that he's on reins.
Yeah, but up in front of him, too, I think I saw Danilo Lewis, the 94, setting sail towards the front of the group as well. And a shot just to go. You can see riders up and out of the saddle in the background there. There's the number 88 of Max Flinders. Flinders on the Thrash Bike Racing Yamaha R1. Had 2 podium finishes in his career, and that is in the Mission King of the Baggers class in very similar conditions. Yep, there he is, Jay. Right behind Baz is Danilo Lewis, who in the 7-minute warm-up session, he was only one of like 3 riders that completed entire laps around this circuit, and he was the fastest of all of them. So there's Danilo Lewis, the number 94. Steel Commander Superbike race number 1 underway in these rainy conditions. A wet race, but some riders choosing to be on slicks, including the red bike. There goes Lewis up the inside on the number 94 on the Team Brazil BMW M1000RR. Nobody really saw this one coming, as we know for Jake Gagne. He's been really struggling. Hannah talked about it at Brainerd, how his right hand has been going to sleep after having some surgery on his right forearm. And for Gagne, he told me, Jay, that really they're looking forward to after WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca in a couple weeks. We have an entire month off, and that's when he's going to go try to get something done about what's going on with his right wrist. When you're riding the track, it feels like there's a lot more lefts than there actually are rights. And so for a guy like Cameron Beaubier as well, he thought this was going to be a good place to come back to racing as Peterson goes a little bit wide, and it looks like the number 1's going to try to sneak up the inside. Here's the drag race between the Attack Performance Progressive Yamaha as they have a look over at each other, and they're probably smiling in their helmets right now, but it's going to be Cam P who continues to hold on to the lead.
Did you see? But Cam Peterson is literally throwing himself right back into this championship, Greg. Only 15 points back if it finishes the way it does now. So Gagne just keeps trying and trying and trying, and I think that sooner or later, let's see, is he going to have a go here? He's up alongside Cam this time.
Oh, boy.
Look at,
man.
so close.
Oh, look at they're getting a little bit racy here.
Again, Cam gives him plenty of room. Gagne might have this move made.
Oh,
no, Cam saws it off, but they're racing each other super clean through all that stuff, Greg. We got 2 to go. Yeah, you can see a huge level of respect between them, even in their when they're in close proximity like that. There's still room being given, and that's it's good. So where's Gagne going to have a chance to do this? That's the thing. He's kind of shown Cam, hey, I can get up alongside of you into one. The pass that would be hard will be after that chicane. That's going to be a hard pass as they go down into what would be the original turn 1 here at the Ridge Motorsports Park. So Cam goes into here pretty tight. Gagne doesn't really have anywhere to do anything there. But Gagne's got to feel like this is a huge chance for him to bag 25 points.
And of course, for Jake Gagne, he's sitting on 41 career Steel Commander Superbike race wins. Cameron Peterson sitting on 5. And as we have a rider down, that's Augustin Sierra, who is back in 13th place. And a red flag is out. A red flag is out in this race, and they're going to come down the hill and see that red flag. And Jake Gagne, after whoops!
Oh, there they go.
And that's what you do as the rider in front. It looked like, yeah, look at those 2 guys. I guarantee you they're laughing and having fun. Although Jake Gagne wasn't able to capitalize and get that 5 extra points.
It just worked out perfectly in their favor. They were the only ones out on reins, and more rain came down and just played right in their favor. And also Xavi Flores, great for the Vision Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki team to get a Superbike podium as well. They made the right tire choice as well, and you can see what it means to Cam Peterson and those 2 teammates. That was an awesome race to watch. I mean, every time Jake tried to make a pass, Cam said, no, I'm not giving you the spot.
You might be asking, well, why is the race over? I thought it was a red flag period. If you're new to the way the rules work here in MotoAmerica competition, the race was over 2/3 of the way complete. So this race has now been called in these tricky conditions.
As you can see right here, the margin of victory, Xavi Flores. Boy, he's had some podiums in his career across multiple championships.
Take the photographs. You can be a part of all of it. It's just a really great addition to every single ticket purchase here in the MotoAmerica Championship. But, Roger, we were just looking at the race results that are being displayed on the screen right now. Of course, all of this is provisional, but just dissecting some of the changes that happened after that red flag came out. Bobby Fong was moved up into a points-paying position.
Yeah, with it going back, it looks like on our board, the live timing has Bobby 14th. So, they go back to the last